Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, all the things we didn't get to during the course of the show today. You know how I'll take a headline and just go off on it and have an opinion about it? That just happened. Literally right before we started the Aftercast, I was scrolling through TikTok, obviously, and the TikTok goes, I just went to see Kevin Hart, and they locked our phones in these bags so we couldn't record. So, like, as you walked in, apparently it looks like everybody is having to put their phones in a bag.
I went to see Kevin Hart, and they locked our phones in these bags so we would not record.
And I guess they give you like a thing with a QR code so you know which is your phone. And so there's no way I'm letting anybody hold on to my phone. That is insanity.
Unless they tell you beforehand, like when you get the tickets, this will be a recorded show, so we don't want any phones. You know, if it's like for Netflix or something.
Oh yeah, then I wouldn't go. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you hold on to my phone, or
but
I would have
left
it in my
beforehand.
Left it in my car. I don't know, man. How many times you show up to a car, show up to a concert, and they're like, oh, by the way, you can't bring your purse in here now. You're like, wait, when did that change?
I don't like that. Or it's you can only use like a 5x5 clear one, which that just makes money for some people. What if it was Bargatze? Like if you were going to go to a show of his and they were like,
tickets.
Hey, this is your favorite comedian, but for 90 minutes, you'll have to put this phone in this bag. You'll get it right back right afterwards. Because you're not going to text during the show anyway.
I don't trust that you're
separated from your two loves.
Yeah. Nate and my
one.
phone. I don't trust that you're going to get my phone back to me. You know, like what?
I'll
be the one that loses. If Nate came out and went, hey man, thanks for coming to the show. I really appreciate it. I know how much you love me. I got to do this. And I'd be like, Nate, really? Dog, do we have to do this? Yeah. And he'd be like, yeah, we have to do this.
I'd
be
to
like,
do this
all right.
to you and all my my preteen girls.
Yeah.
I have to separate them from their phone.
I would say, Nate, if you'll hold on to it and like put it in your pocket, and then at different points during the show, just pull it out so I can see it and I know you have it still.
That's a problem,
And
Wally.
then leave the stage and come right to me and give it to me, then yes.
That's a problem. Do you see it?
I don't want someone taking my phone. Like
What's the worst that could happen?
I lose all my
from your
data.
phone.
What? I lose all my lifelong like pictures.
Let's
TikTok's
say
already taking that from you.
Your promise that you're going to get it back.
Well, they say that.
It's your phone.
Like pinky promise.
Yeah, everyone promises you. Like airlines promise we're going to get
what
your
if it's a
luggage
Christian
there.
non-profit that's going to give it back to you, but you just have to be separated from it for 90 minutes? Then what?
I'd be like, dang it, this is going to be fun. Tell Nate I said hi.
What if it's like church and you're walking in?
No, absolutely
and the Lord
not.
Jesus Christ is sitting there and he's like, hey, man. Just so you're focused on me for the next 60 minutes.
Sure.
Can I have
you?
That's
mean
why
Lord,
he writes
you
notes
mean
his
Lord
Monday
that I'm not going to
night.
take notes for Monday school?
He's like,
then?
here's a piece of paper.
That's why he
No.
does it on his phone.
Can't do that because
you
I can't
can do
spell.
it on a piece of paper.
It's
They
not the same.
literally
It's not
genuinely
the same.
print
Please.
out guides for us to write.
I know, but I don't like those. And then there are
But he
times.
doesn't like it, Gavin. You wouldn't get
No,
it.
there are times when like he'll say something in the first part of the sermon, and then I go off and write everything I want to write during
So
the
you're
sermon.
working while
100%.
the sermon is
for
being
the good
taught.
of people on Monday. Yeah, absolutely. So like he might do a different second half of the sermon that isn't going the direction that I want to go with the first half, and so I'll be looking up other verses and things like that to do Monday school. So yeah. But I don't know how you guys would be willing to like freely give up your freedom like that.
It's not free.
It is your freedom. It's an overstep.
To actually have an excuse so that people can't reach you, that sounds amazing.
I think like I've been going home these days and I'll go throw my phone on the charger for a good chunk of the afternoon and not look at it.
Yeah.
So if I miss a call, I miss a call. I put it on sound so I can't hear. But I have felt a lot lighter with that thing away from me.
Ooh,
these days.
That'll preach, Gavin.
Couple things. One, I would take my phone back to my car and I would put it in my car in a safe place.
Okay.
So I would do that, or I would put it very deep, in like my pants.
No, I do get that.
But would it bother you the whole time knowing that it's in your car?
No,
because I'm not intending to look at it.
Yeah, no, it's not that I intend to look at it. I don't want them losing it. Like when I go like to the lake, I put
What are
my
you trying to hide?
nothing. I just don't want to lose my phone. It's a pain. I put my phone in my truck, but I don't put it in the center console in case anyone breaks into my truck, because that happens at lakes and beaches and stuff. So I have a different compartment, like under a seat. Great. Now I've just given up my hiding place where my phone goes. Yeah. But
I like your idea though. If that was a prerequisite was that you weren't able to have it, and they said they were going to quote unquote take it, yeah, just leave it in your car.
I saw one of the most frustrating things though. I think it was a Casting Crown show. And it was the venue is like, you can't have purses. Or if you do, they've got to be see-through. So this lady had thought she'd done all the research. So she's behind me in line, and she has a see-through bag. Great. And they're like, oh, sorry, that one's too big. And it was still small. It wasn't like this giant see-through bag. It was a hand clutch bag, and still made her take it back. And I'm like, and she handled it with grace. Like, you can't yell at a Casting Crown show. But like, that's really frustrating to do that kind of stuff.
And I don't like that that's a thing these days.
I know. Does it really add to security? Are you really saving people's lives? I mean, I guess we haven't had a concert explosion, so maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, now I'm going into my own story.
yeah,
Darn
well,
it.
We're
No.
not even there yet.
How is your next story positive?
Yeah, LeBron James, actually. Little sports. LeBron James grew up without a father, and he is the top scorer in the NBA. And so he savors like all these milestones with his kids, but he got to step onto court Sunday night and play alongside his son, Bronny, for the LA Lakers, and that was a monumental basketball moment and a monumental moment for him because I think it's the first time a father and son have played in an NBA game together.
I believe that's true.
Yeah, you've had fathers and sons play in the NBA, but not together, like especially on the same team. So I mean that's pretty. I mean, no, obviously it's all orchestrated by him because like he didn't just get drafted at random because he's such a great high school ball player that goes into the NBA.
He was bad.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be in the NBA.
I'm surprised. Well, here's the thing. I think LeBron's like, it's a great media thing, and I can make this happen. My kid's going to be taken care of regardless. I'm curious what his contract was because it was probably league minimum or something. I would hope it would be league minimum coming in as a high schooler. He
played 1 year in college.
Oh, he did.
Yeah,
okay.
Remember he had that. He had the heart thing.
That was in college. Okay, I thought it was high school.
Right before college. It was in the off-season training summer before the season.
So he played 1 year in college.
Played 1 year at USC. He was not good.
Yeah,
shouldn't have been drafted. He's not. He's not like tall. He's not as gifted. I feel like I feel like me saying that is not. I'm not justified in saying that.
Well, but he's not as good as his dad. And like, if you had that kid with 1,000 other kids, would he be drafted?
No, not a chance. So
exactly
4 years, $7.9 million, which is so it's about $2 million per year. Yeah. Which is I want to say, give me 1 second.
It's probably just above league minimum.
League.
I bet it's above league minimum. I bet league minimum is like $1 million or less.
I think league minimum is 1.1 million.
1.1. Okay.
So there will be probably more talented players making less than this kid.
Or not making it into the NBA because he's taking up a spot because they wanted a publicity stunt.
To be honest, he's not going to see the court too often because he's not super good.
Yeah, he got to play for 4 minutes.
If the Lakers, and this was a preseason game, so they just let guys play.
Right.
But so the only reason he would be on the court in a real NBA game, I think, I could be wrong, is if the Lakers are up by a ton and they're like, all right, let's throw them.
Yeah, we'll let him learn a little.
Here.
Yeah.
Not cheering for him to not succeed.
The optics of this look so bad. Like when you see it play out in real life, like he should have kept his son in college and let him pay his dues and play and get whooped up on a little bit. And maybe either he gets whooped up on, he doesn't make it into the draft, or he like improves and like he learns and he hustles and he gets better. Because like playing against other college kids. Going from 1 year of college into the pros, that is a huge leap, man. And the kid's not built for it either.
No, you go from high school where you're playing all your peers to college where you're playing, more grown men adjacent 22-year-olds maybe who are like physically gifted and more powerful than you. And then you go to the NBA where you could be playing LeBron James, who's almost 40 years old and is still like in crazy good shape, who would just whoop on you.
Yeah, I guess, and that's probably why too, because it's like, how much longer does LeBron have?
Not too long.
He probably wants to do a couple more years and then peace out, as well. But I thought it was interesting that they actually did play him. It'd be really interesting to see if he makes any game time in the actual season.
Yeah. Nobody's out here cheering for for Bronny James' like personal failure.
Right.
We're just a little critical of the like you said, the optics.
Yeah, absolutely. Lady Rock, what do you got?
There's a YouTuber by the name of John Doherty.
No, Jack.
Yeah, it's Jack.
Jack, my bad. I don't know why I put John. His
you
name
did.
is Jack. Jack Doherty. He's he just turned 21, but at the time of this event, he was 20, a day away from his 21st birthday. He's a YouTuber influencer. I looked at his channel. He literally does nothing. and makes millions.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Pretty much, he lives his life live. He makes his own reality TV show. But anyways, he has a McLaren. I have no idea what that car is.
Very
Never heard of
expensive
it,
car.
but it costs $200,000.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're fast, man.
So
They're
you-
production cars that are wicked fast.
So you can imagine you give this sports car, this McLaren, $200,000 sports car to a 20-year-old. They're not going to make good decisions while driving that. So he is got a passenger. His name is Michael, and he's a young kid too. But Michael is filming the whole thing. In the clip, you can see Jack is on his phone and he's texting. It's raining outside while he's driving. Okay, and all of a sudden, they hydroplane.
No!
Okay,
Oh, wow.
that was live.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So it ends up that he ruined that car. They hydroplaned. Totaled it. It's gone, okay? Here's what's so crazy is this car is ruined, and you see it in the live footage, okay? He gets out, and he's like, my car, not even caring about his buddy in the passenger seat.
yeah.
Doesn't say a thing. Not passengers, but people that are just witnesses of the accident stop and help this boy out of his expensive car. And he does not thank them.
Yeah.
He hands them his phone that is live.
Keep rolling.
Recording.
Yeah.
Films the whole thing, and he's like, my car, dude, my car. Eventually, he realizes, oh, wait, what about my buddy Michael that was in the passenger seat? Michael had dislocated his shoulder and had a head injury,
Yeah, and it
okay?
looked bad.
And Jack, nothing happened to him,
Yeah.
okay? But what's so ridiculous is in the live footage, you can hear Jack saying, film this, and make it look good. The guy is still filming when his life was almost ruined. Then for some reason he takes his shirt off, thinking that's a good idea.
He always has his shirt off for some reason. He's got a
It's
little bird
gross.
chest. Like you're like, what are you? Like what has made you this way?
I don't know. I don't like him. And if you're wondering, if you want to get a taste of what Jack is like, I pulled a little bit of audio of him and Michael as they're in the hospital. Now, this is Michael, his passenger buddy, getting stitches put in his head, and him and Jack are talking about what happened.
You hit your head hard, bro. I just remember, like, after it, just panicking.
You see me kick out the
That
window?
was you?
Yeah.
Dude, and then someone, I think, ripped the other window out. I was, like, trying to figure out how to do it. You were, like, banging your elbow on it.
I know, I just punched it.
Dude, you were going crazy. W. Michael David. But, like, that was so scary. It smoked up so fast. Like, how did that happen?
Dude, I don't know.
Dude,
We're happy to be
bro.
alive,
Bro,
man.
man,
Bro,
I
dude,
just
bro.
don't really
Oh, my
know, bro,
goodness.
dude.
This is what's problem with the generation
I'm so
and with
jealous.
YouTube. Yeah, I know. Like this kid has made all this money, and he's always flossing. He's always like, check out my new McLaren. This is my new, Bentley. This is my new. He's got all these like cars,
And
which
he's
I'm
only,
like.
he's a kid.
Yeah, I'm
like
like, do you
21.
own these? Do you rent them for the YouTube thing? And then he's like, I just bought $1 million mansion, and look at this and these parties. And then he started doing these things. Again, it's so calculated. Like his girlfriend comes over, and they're like on this high rise, like a hotel, and they're out on the balcony. And he's showing her like a Rolex watch, and she drops it. Oh my gosh, you just dropped my $10,000 Rolex, and things like that. It's just the excesses, and they're just flaunting the excesses, and there's zero to it. It's bad.
I looked to see what his net worth is. It's $60 million.
That's a crime.
Yeah, I
He's
was looking
21
up,
years
I think I
old.
read that he makes nearly $10 to $12 million just through YouTube.
From
every
YouTube.
year.
Oh,
and then
my
I want to
goodness.
say he might. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I think he may be someone who goes and buys a bunch of expensive properties and then like flips them for more.
How? At
Yeah.
21?
Again, I'm as a 28-year-old who's not even close to buying a home. I
Yeah.
have no idea how this works, but it's just kind of a bummer because there are guys on YouTube, people on YouTube who will go and do the whole big money flaunting
Yeah.
thing. Like I like that Mr. Beast will do stuff with big
And give it
cash
away.
flow and he'll give it away. This
Right.
guy does some giveaway stuff,
Some,
but I feel like
very little.
like
As long as it makes
Mr.
him look
Beast
good.
is just I think he's a good doer in this world, and this is. I don't know why people want to watch this kind of content.
He's gross.
This is the problem with this world. This is the problem with money, and this is what people like. Then young people aspire to. Like there are people that watch these videos. Like we're all like, oh, that's gross. There are people that watch this and like, I want to be him. And it's just vapid. It's just empty. There's nothing to it.
Well, and also, too, all these kids that are watching his channel and they see this video that was recently done of him wrecking this car.
Yeah.
That was done by accident. But what is bad is he was texting and driving at the same time. So you're hoping that these kids don't think that's okay.
Right.
But also, too, one good thing about it is that the platform, it wasn't YouTube, but there's another one where you just live stream.
Kicks or something.
Yeah. They kicked him off because of it. Because he could have put people's lives in danger. And then when they're trying to save his life, he doesn't even thank them.
Right.
Instead, he takes his shirt off and he says, "Film it."
I know. It's just, I've watched too much Jack Doherty. He comes up in my feed.
Really?
Oh, he comes up on my feed.
Oh, you have.
That's why I'm aware.
It's not his fault. You wouldn't understand.
Oh no, I know his beef with the Island Boys. I know. I'm part of the problem. The Island Boys are these two ridiculous brother rapper something. And again,
those ones with the weird.
Yeah, and the grills and the tattoos on their face. They're like, again, they're the same thing. Like just fake flossing about I've got all this money. It's so bad.
And there's Wally watching it.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on now?
Let me ask though, because if you are a you care about content,
right?
And a lot of times you're like, oh, this is good for content,
right?
Do you think that crashing a car while filming for a YouTube video and then filming the experience it is good content?
It's compelling, like when you see anything like that. But it's weird, like the shots of it weren't all that great, other than them trying to kick out the window, which who knows if they needed to do or not.
Well, the car was smoking inside. I would have panicked as well.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I get from that standpoint, it's good content. But when he comes out and he, like, without a shirt on, and then it's great because Betty Rock was watching. I'm like, well, you have to watch more of it and see. And then when they go back they're back at his house. His mom's like, Jackie, you're lucky to be alive, Jackie.
Yeah. What's the mom's accent?
I don't know. And so then the guy, Michael, comes out to just talk with him, and Michael's not wearing a shirt either. Like, what? Where was there a shirt ban in this house?
Turn the AC on.
I mean,
good grief.
Seriously.
Well, and also too, somebody pointed out that Michael, the friend that got the head wound, that he could sue Jack.
Yeah,
and he could get good money for it because Jack was driving and texting at the same
recklessly.
time. So he could get him for some money.
Reckless
of course, they
endangerment.
weren't friends anymore.
But Jack probably, if Michael's a quote unquote employee of him and his net worth is 60, I'm sure Michael makes good money doing what he does.
Oh yeah, they're paying.
Doesn't buy
people
shirts with that money.
No. Well, that's how he has so much money. He hasn't spent a dime on shirts.
Buy shirts.
Yeah, so that's why he's like loaded and like he found the secret. He cracked the code to living an independent, wealthy lifestyle.
And here's the thing too. Speaking as a woman, like you would think, oh, okay, a single girl, you'd be like, oh, he's not wearing a shirt. That's not so bad. No, let me tell you, he's got nothing to brag about.
No.
Okay, like if you're going to do that, if you're going to stand on a public highway listen to me. If you're going to act like you do and then stream it live and then on the highway wreck a $200,000 sports car and you don't even have to take your shirt off, but you decide to and not thank the people that you put their lives in jeopardy.
Right.
Can you imagine being in like the car behind them? You see it happen. You obviously would be like, oh my goodness, that's terrible. And then you see him get out and then you see him get out and then you see him take his shirt off and you're like, this guy stinks.
Yeah.
Like
and
I would,
like, bro.
I would have a hard time not creating a negative opinion if I was. Well, we are doing that right now.
I'm being honest with mine.
Yeah.
Like, get a job.
He has
one. He's got a better one than all of us.
Yeah. I wish our net worth was $60 million.
That is crazy. Lady Rock, what do you got for birthdays?
I got one from Joshua. Joshua is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday!
Yay, Joshua!
He said, I graduated in 2022 with a worship arts degree.
Nice.
And graduated last month with a certificate in music technology and audio engineering.
That's fantastic. If you weren't already, if my daughter wasn't already on the path to get married, I'd set these two up so that they could both make no money.
He's got a burning building question.
Yes.
Mainly for you, I think, Wally, but maybe Gavin and I could chime in. Burning building, you can only save one out of the three bands: Stryper, Creed, or Skillet.
Oh, tough
You
question.
can only say one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a tough question.
Who's,
Here's
like,
my logic.
relevant
Well,
still?
yeah, here's my logic.
Striper's
Striper-
latex
Striper-
pants are going to catch on fire pretty
Oh
quick.
yeah,
Of
I
course,
couldn't
also
even
with
get
the
to them fast
hairspray,
enough. Yeah, they've already combusted.
Flammable.
Yeah, like before, like hey, there's a fire. Oh, they're dead. Like there's no way I could get in there fast enough.
Aquanet,
Yeah,
poof.
and I'm not going to walk out of there alive either.
Have you seen Michael Jackson on the Pepsi commercial?
I know.
I'm
see,
just saying.
so I'm not going. I would not save Striper, believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, because like they've had their moment. I'm kind of in the same boat with Creed. They had their moment. It was
Blasphemy.
great. What if I
you take me higher?
Yeah, like I've
you
heard
could
it.
pull a Jack, what's his face, and you could have somebody filming it as
Yeah.
you're pulling Scott Stapp
Yeah.
out of the burning building.
With
and having
arms
the
wide
hire,
open.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
having the hire song
Yeah.
in the back.
It'd be great.
Yes.
It'd be great. But no, I think I would save Skillet because
Really?
Skillet's still viable, still making great music. I love John. Like he makes me laugh. I like his politics. Jen Ledger, beast mode. They have kids. I don't know about Scott
So
Stapp.
Striper
Sure he
does it?
Probably not ones we want to talk about. No, I don't know. I'm sure they have kids, but like
Honestly, I'd go with Creed.
what?
I would.
No.
Yes. So good.
Well, I do like that Scott.
I
now,
love
like,
Skillet,
okay,
but
here's the deal.
Creed, come on.
10 years ago, if this was 10 years ago, I would have saved Creed, so that Scott Stapp could
20
have
years
his
ago,
second chance.
you
No,
would have
because
saved
Striper, 100%. But I would have saved Creed 10 years ago because Scott Stapp needed a chance to get his life right
Bless
because he
him.
was really
He was
bottoming
manning
out.
the struggle bus.
Yeah, and so it seems like he's back on path now,
And so he can die.
He's going to see the
Oh, my
Lord.
goodness.
Yeah, he's going to see the Lord. Striper, they're all going to see the Lord, which is great.
Wow.
So
Way to-
On that note,
Yeah, at least salvation's not-
nailed it. All right, that's going to do it for your Aftercast. Thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.